Hey Owls, welcome to your 12th grade course selection presentation. Special shout out to your awesome teacher for showing this video and letting us invade class to get you this important information. They will be helping us communicate and remind you to complete this portion of the course selection throughout the week. Please be mindful of the strict timeline. We want you to get the classes that you want, so it is imperative that you pay attention and follow this instructional video. This video link will also be available for you to access if you want to watch it. After today, you will review your graduation requirements and understand what you need to do to choose your 12th grade classes. Let's review your graduation requirements. Your teacher has already given you a copy of your transcript so you can see your current credits and needed requirements. Keep these requirements in mind as you pick your classes. You all need 22 credits to graduate, but like you've heard before, not just any 22 credits. Here is a breakdown of what you need to earn your diploma. It's important to pass all of your classes so you don't get behind. If you have failed a class so far this year or are behind in credits for graduation, you need to email your counselor as soon as possible. They will help create a plan with you to get you back on track. Don't wait. Senior year will be here before you know it. All right, Owls, let's do this. Please be aware of the strict deadline. At the end of this presentation, you will be assigned a registration rough draft in your counselor class of Google Classroom. You need to complete this assignment before the date counselors come to your class. Your teacher will post that date and remind you to get this done. As you work to complete this, we encourage you to talk about your course selection with your parents and guardians. Picking classes is a big deal, and it's nice to process your choices with someone. Also, during this time, we expect you to research the classes you're interested in. All the information you will need is literally at your fingertips. Just click the hyperlinks within the registration rough draft to read course descriptions and watch course videos. Talk to your teachers. They're so awesome and can help you answer any questions that you have. They see you every day and know what classes you are ready for. Please do not wait until the last minute. If you wait until the last minute to get this done, you may not be able to get the help that you need. The registration rough draft, which I will walk you through momentarily, must be done by the date counselors are in your classroom. Please be prepared. This is your senior year we're talking about. You will use this worksheet when you meet with your counselor to lock in your final class choices. If you do not meet this deadline, counselors will pick classes for you, and that means you could be placed wherever there's room, so probably not a class that you want. This presentation and all supplemental material will be posted to your counselor class of Google Classroom, so please feel free to watch it again. It might be helpful to take some notes too. Here is what the registration rough draft looks like. It should look familiar if you've done this before. Let me walk you through it first so you have a better understanding of what to expect and what you need to do. Future seniors at the top. Wow, time flies. At the top of this document is a box for you to type in your future plans. Maybe you have a specific career goal in mind or even a specific college. Let us know. Are you planning on going to the military? What branch? Don't have a clue what you want to do? We want to know that too. Counselors will use this information that you provide here to help you, so fill us in. Next is this purple section. You see the timeline again. We want you to take the classes that you are interested in and that you need for graduation. Please make sure to meet the deadline specified here. Otherwise, you do not get a say in the classes that you take next year. I have also included some helpful links for you. Here is the calendar of when we'll be in classes. Here is a link to our current course description book. Right here is the video in green, is the video that you're listening to right now. And then just a reminder to email and speak to your teachers. For example, if you have a question about your math placement, ask your math teacher. They know you, they see you every day. Scrolling down, a quick reminder, as you pick classes, pick them for you. Do not pick classes because your friends did. Do not pick a class based on who teaches it, because that changes from year to year. We build our school schedule based on your requests. Changes made after next week are not guaranteed, so choose wisely. Let's get started. On this form, start with number 1. This document has all the directions right on it and walks you through choosing classes step by step. Number 1 says, highlight the English class that you want to take next year. If you're in regular English 3 and want to stick with that, then highlight English 4. There is also an AP English option. Remember, AP means advanced placement. This is a college-level course that requires extra reading and time spent working on homework and projects outside of the school day. At the end of the school year, students take the AP test for their AP class and could potentially earn college credits depending on their score. If you are unsure about what to pick, talk to your current English teacher. Each course title is hyperlinked, so click on it to make an informed decision and learn what each class is about. On this form, just like the directions say, you'll just highlight your selection. I'm going to take regular English 4. Next, we move on to the social science category. Remember, you need 3 social science credits to graduate. Here you can highlight whatever you want to take, whether it's regular American government or challenge yourself by taking AP government. If you have any questions, we encourage you to talk to your American history teacher. Again, just highlight the course that you are selecting. Next is Math, Section 3. Remember, you need at least 4 math credits to graduate. Look at the table posted here to help you understand what your next math course is. Talk to your current math teacher for help and click on each math course to learn what they're about. After you've done your research and spoken to your parents or guardians and consulted your math teacher, highlight the math class that you are choosing. Section 4 is science. Technically, you only need 3 science courses to graduate. So be sure to refer to your course history on your transcript to see what credits you have. If you already have 3 science credits, but science interests you and you want to continue to take a science course for your senior year, please do so. Our science teachers are amazing, and so are their classes. Maybe it's time to try an AP class. There's several options for you to choose from. Look at the table to know your course options or click on any of the pathways to help you pick your next science class. Use the links to understand what these classes are about, then highlight your choice. This is a pretty cool document about which class you should choose that helps you understand what's covered in each science class, or you can click on that and get the course description. If you do not wish to take a science class your senior year because you've met the 3 credit requirements, highlight this line that says, I have met all of my science requirements and am choosing not to take a science class my senior year. All right, easy enough so far. Everybody's favorite, electives. As 12th graders, you just chose your 3 core classes, English, social science, and math, and maybe an additional science credit if you need it or are interested. Now you get to take 2 credits of electives, 3 if you didn't choose a science. Some of our classes are full year or 1 credit classes, while some are single semester classes paired with another single semester class, all of which total 1 credit. In Section 5, you'll highlight 2 credits of classes or 3 if you didn't take a science. Pay close attention to the top of this page. If you see a star next to a class, that means that class has a prerequisite, a class that you have to take before you're eligible to choose the next class. An easy example is Sports Medicine 2. The prerequisite for Sports Medicine 2 is Sports Medicine 1. You can't take the Level 2 class if you've not taken the Level 1. Our art classes are another example. Everyone has to take fundamentals of art before they can move into the more specific art classes like drawing and painting or sculpture and ceramics. So please be mindful of the little prerequisite star as you select courses. In Section 5 of your registration rough draft, you find all of the electives that we offer to seniors. If you want to know what a class is about, click on the class name. You're going to highlight your top 2 credits of electives on this page, or 3 if you didn't choose a science above. For example, I'm currently taking Spanish 1, so I need to sign up for Spanish 2 in order to meet my university and graduation requirements. If you are in Spanish, your teachers and counselors strongly recommend you sign up for the second year and complete those classes back to back. If you take a year or two off from your foreign language, you will struggle in the next level class. So Spanish 2 is 1 credit, so I'm going to highlight that. I still need to choose another 2 credits of electives because I did not choose Science above. I've already taken Sports Medicine 1 and Sports Medicine 2, and my teacher's been talking to me about the internship. Let me see. If I click on that internship for Sports Medicine, I not only get a description, but I also get a link to an application that I need to fill out and submit. If you have questions about CTE internships, please reach out to the CTE program director. I'm definitely going to take the internship class. I feel very prepared by having Sports Med 1 and 2. So highlight your choice, and then you can work on getting your application submitted to your program teacher. Okay, I have one more class I need to choose because I'm not taking a science next year, and I think theater sounds fun. So I'm going to take Principles of Theater. And that's a full year, so I'm just going to highlight that. There are my top elective choices: 1 credit of Spanish plus 1 credit of internship for sports medicine and 1 credit of theater. Again, use this week to read the course descriptions of these classes, be mindful of the credits you need for graduation by utilizing your transcripts, and talk to your teachers for advice. You need to come to us prepared on the day that we're in your class so we can finalize your course selections. Okay, last page, I promise. Section 6 is the option to have an early release or a late start. Seniors who are on track and do not have to make up any credits have the option to not have a first hour or not have a 6th hour, one or the other. All seniors must have a minimum of 5 classes for the year. Again, no matter how many credits you need, some of you might only need 2, 3, or 4 credits. You have to have a minimum of 5 classes for the year. So if you're interested in an early release or a late start option, you're going to just pick whatever one and highlight that choice. You must be on track though. There is a form that must be signed by your parent or guardian. You will get that from your counselor when we meet one-on-one, or they are available in the counseling office if you want to pick it up before we meet. And the last part, listen closely. Sometimes you can't get your top choices of electives, so we go to a list of alternates that you provide. For example, if theater doesn't work out with the rest of my schedule, here's a list of other classes that I'd be okay with taking. Please provide 8 different classes. Just make sure to write the ID and the course title down in section 7. If you do not select any alternative classes, we pick for you, and you usually get placed somewhere that you don't want to be. So list alternate classes that interest you and that you would be okay with taking. Use this previous page to look up the rest of the classes and alternate course descriptions, but be sure to write those in the boxes in section 7. Do not highlight your alternates up top. That is only for your top choices. We are going to plug the ones in section 5 in first. All right, that's it. That's the registration rough draft. After this presentation, you will find your copy in Google Classroom. When you complete it, go ahead and hit the Turn It In button, just like you do for your regular classes. Here are some quick tips and reminders. As you work on your registration rough draft this week, click the hyperlinks to gain a better understanding of what each class is about. Still have questions? Please email or talk to your teachers for advice. Don't forget to monitor your class of Google Classroom. We may communicate with you privately regarding your submitted registration rough draft. We want to help you make corrections. Now you need to log in to your class of Google Classroom. Access the assignment posted today by Mrs. Goodall. Confirm with your teacher what day next week counselors will be in your class. The calendar is also linked on your registration rough draft. And follow the step-by-step instructions on your registration rough draft and complete this document in preparation for next week. Please be advised, you are going to sit down one-on-one with your counselor for your senior year classes. Please be prepared and get this completed. Thank you again for your attention.